from your ancestors. That's how his house is bigger than your house. So you really deserve his stuff. Now, the good news is you don't have to go to his house and loot his refrigerator. We'll do it for you.
Yeah.
We will take his stuff by force. We will, of course, keep some of it for ourselves, but we will give the rest of it to you.
See how that works? Now you listen to that, and he's just talking about socialism and why socialism is wrong. But it also ties into what is happening right now, and to Mark's point, and how there are individuals in this country who are trying to make it so that it wouldn't have to be theft. It wouldn't have to be the dismantling of it by mobs or anybody else, anything that would be tangible that you can see someone coming to your door and physically stealing your stuff. There are people that would like to take what is happening right now, to take what is going on with these mobs, to take what is going on with those that would want to dismantle the civil society that we're in. And instead of doing it in such an anarchistic way, would want to do this through the government and would want the government to be able to do this. That if you're a politician that is siding with this way of thinking, then you're somebody who wants to make this inherent into our system. Does that make sense? But again, it's a scary proposition, everything that is going on right now. We'll get into more of this and get to your calls coming up in just a few minutes as well. 239-479-5592. It's Daybreak 92.5 Fox News. Right all along with traffic. Here's Sabrina Katz.
Traffic slowing on 6 Mile heading north of Daniels Parkway in Fort Myers, but taking a look at I-75, we're up to speed, just a little busy. That morning rush definitely underway with some fog in the area as well, just near Luckett Road. If you guys are heading this way, make sure to just watch that following distance. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Sabrina Katz. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
91 degrees for today with a mixture of sunshine and clouds. Heat index 100 to 105 with a few spotty showers and storms. With Wink News, I'm meteorologist Matt Devitt, Weather Authority.
Wink News at the top and bottom of the hour. Rush Limbaugh.
On March 17th, Nevada's Democrat Governor Steve Sisolak ordered all non-essential businesses to shut down to stop the spread of the virus. Las Vegas was hit hard. Hotels, casinos, the lifeblood of that town, have been shut down for almost 3 months now. By April, almost 30% of the city's workforce was unemployed. That's the highest of any state and worse than during the Great Depression. By May, business owners and elected Las Vegas officials were begging, pleading with their Democrat governor to open the place up. Like so many Democrat governors, the answer was no. Finally, 80 days later, the closings are now over. Nevada can finally open again, and the casinos want to make customers feel safe coming back to Vegas. So they got temperature checks for people entering the resorts, touchless check-ins, and even sanitized Dyson cards, along with the ever-present face masks. But it remains to be seen if all of that is going to bring people back. Here's what needs to be answered. Was the shutdown of Nevada's economy and America's really necessary? Did it help stop the virus from spreading? So far, the answer coming from study after study is no. In far too many cases, Democrat governors were willing to gamble with people's jobs, their prosperity, and lives. And it was the people themselves, sadly, who lost. They always do in Democrat states. Just because you can write does not qualify you to be a best-selling author. And the same logic applies to identity theft protection. You may be good at monitoring your credit, but that doesn't make you an authority on identity theft. Data breaches, your personal information gets in the wrong hands. This becomes complicated stuff. Cyber criminals commit identity theft every day. Now, on your own, you could miss certain identity threats, like somebody taking out a payday loan in your name, for instance, or your information stolen as part of a data breach put out there on the dark web for other cyber bad guys to use for their own selfish gain. Now, no one can prevent all identity theft, but let me tell you, LifeLock has the tools and the know-how to help you like no other. Join now. Save up to 25% off your first year. Just go to LifeLock.com, promo code RUSH. That's it. LifeLock.com, promo code RUSH, 25% off.
Blah, 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 blah.
Gear up for the liberal loudmouths at work. Drew Steele, mornings on 92.5 Fox News.
Tyler McDaniel here.
And Brad McDaniel. We're the second generation of Ken Marcare.
For our whole lives, our father Ken McDaniel raised us and instilled in us the work ethic and morals which we operate under and live by today.
Ken Marcare has teamed up with Maytag to bring high-quality products to you covered by Maytag's exclusive 12-year parts and 12-year dependability promise on select purchases.
Be treated like family. Call Ken Marcare.
239-437-7040. That's 437-7040.
And online at kenmarcare.com.
License number CAC 057163.
Attention, Southwest Florida. Are you ready for this? Only Naples Nissan will give you $8,000 over Kelley Blue Book value for your trade-in. Hundreds of new SUV models to choose from, all backed by our exclusive unlimited mile lifetime warranty. Pick out your favorite at NaplesNissan.com. Then come see us on Pine Ridge Road to find out the KBB.com current market value for your trade-in. And we'll give you $8,000 more so you can drive that brand new Nissan home today. If KBB says it's worth $5,000, Naples Nissan will give you $13,000. If KBB says $10,000, we'll give you $18,000. You must act fast though. Visit NaplesNissan.com for full details. Offer on select models with approved credit and cannot be combined.
This is 92.5 Fox News.
All right, listen, if you're trying to figure out how bad things are getting, Jake the Millennial, you ready for this, Jake? Have you ever heard of Elmer Fudd? Do you know who Elmer Fudd is, Jake? Elmer Fudd.
Yeah, chasing the rabbit.
Chasing the rabbit, Elmer Fudd, that's right, okay. Elmer Fudd, I guess, is no longer going to use guns while hunting Bugs Bunny anymore because the Looney Tunes is rebooting it and they don't want him to have a gun. That's the whole purpose. He's hunting rabbits. The song, everything. It's all about hunting rabbits. It's all about. So they're taking the guns out of Elmer Fudd's hands. Nobody can have guns anymore. You can't even have. So we're going to dismantle police departments, right? We're going to dismantle the police. In major cities. We're not going to allow you to have a gun. And as a matter of fact, Elmer Fudd can't even have a gun if he's going after Bugs Bunny. I'm not kidding. This is the world. It's crazy. It's going to get better. I know. Sometimes it's hard to believe that it will, but it will. All right, when we come back, what did our congressman here say to one organization about possibly not voting for Donald Trump?
This is Daybreak. 92.5 Fox News.
Hey, it's Drew Steele. We know Southwest Florida is Gulf Shore strong, and as businesses continue to reopen and try to get back to normalcy, we want to hear from you. Call us at 479-5577. That's 479-5577. Tell us the name and location of your business. Let us know you're back and rooting for Southwest Florida.
This is Richard Stems, with the owner of Martinizing Dry Cleaning, and we are open and have been open.
No one roots harder for Southwest Florida than 92.5 Fox News.
Eating dinner in your underwear?
Honey, put some clothes on.
Taking cold showers every hour? Or pitching a tent in front of your refrigerator to stay cool? These are things you can do to beat the heat in your home.
And due to these difficult times, we have extended our no diagnostic fees, no trip charges, no strings. Visit FloridaCoolToday.com to schedule. Carrier turn to the experts.
I'm Casey Askar. More immigrants come to America than any other nation on earth. But with a deadly virus spreading across the globe and millions of Americans unemployed, our borders have to be secure. That's why President Trump's order suspending immigration is essential. This pandemic proves just how important borders are. I'm Casey Askar, and I approve this message. I'll help the president finish the wall and control the border once and for all.
For professional roofing, the name you need to know is D.R. Martineau.
Dan Martineau here, owner of D.R. Martineau Roofing of Southwest Florida. We're still finding a lot of roofs with hurricane and windstorm damage. Call us today for a free inspection. Google DRM Roofing or call 239-332-1441.
License number CCC 1326954.
For professional roofing, the name you need to know is DR Martineau.
92.5 WFSX Estero. It's 7 o'clock on Southwest Florida's news and talk station, 92.5 Fox News.
This Wink News update is presented by Made Pro of Southwest Florida. Professional cleaning with a personal touch.
Now, this is a Wink News update.
I'm Lindsay Sablon with Wink News. All 5 people wanted in connection to a Cape Coral woman's death have now been arrested. Police arrested 2 more people just yesterday. Thomas Bartley and Denise Maggie both face charges of tampering with evidence, mishandling a human body, and failing to report a death. Small business owners in Cape Coral could soon get a $5,000 loan to help with money that you lost during the pandemic. The Cape Coral Community Redevelopment Agency has established the program to help businesses with rent or mortgage. It starts today, and you do need to fill out an application. It only applies to businesses in South Cape Coral. Today, a judge will read the charges against a former Southwest Florida businessman. He will not be in the courtroom, though. Louis Bruno already pleaded not guilty to fraud charges in a written plea. People all across the country are remembering George Floyd, including here in Southwest Florida. Church leaders are calling for action, saying the church is a place of worship, but also a place to reflect and take action. People in Cape Coral can enjoy the Yacht Club pool today. It will reopen at 50% capacity. It will be open every day from 10 a.m. until 5. Thanks to overwhelming community support, the Boys and Girls Club camp is underway in Collier County. The camp offers meals to club members and is open to children in 1st through 5th grades. I'm Lindsay Sablon with Wink News.
Wink News traffic.
Traffic slowing on 6 Mile heading north of Daniels Parkway in Fort Myers. We're taking a look at I-75. We're up to speed, just a little busy. That morning rush definitely underway with some fog in the area as well, just near Luckett Road. If you guys are heading this way, make sure to just watch that following distance. That's your up to the minute traffic. I'm Sabrina Katz. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
For today, a few spotty showers and storms are going to be possible, but widespread rain not expected. A mixture of sunshine and clouds, hot and humid. A lot of tropical air hanging around thanks to Cristobal over the weekend, and that is going to make it feel like 100 to 105. Scattered rain and storms in the forecast for the next several days, with more 90s expected and all that heat and humidity. With Wink News, I'm meteorologist Matt Devitt, the Weather Authority.
Wink News at the top and bottom of the hour.
This is Jerry. I listen to Drew Steele in the morning and Trey Radel at night, and I was right all along.
92.5 Fox News.
Right all along.
Hey, it's Drew Steele. My friends at Zero Res Carpet and Tile Cleaning want to let you know, look, your safety and your family's safety is their top priority. In the light of the current health and safety concerns, Zero Res wants to let you know about some of the procedures and preventative measures for added protection. Practicing safe social distancing while in your home. You can even leave or stay in another room, and they can communicate with you by phone. How cool is that? Cleaning and disinfecting all equipment with EPA registered disinfectants between each job. The techs are wearing gloves and booties. They're supplementing the supply of products that are EPA approved to clean and disinfect hard surfaces, and as an added preventive measure, at no additional fee, they're going to treat doorknobs with the EPA approved hospital grade disinfecting products. Look, the top priority is to create peace of mind by providing people with healthy, safe, clean home and work environments, and they're going to continue to do just that through this difficult time. Give them a call at 239-932-9376. That's 239-932-9376 or online at ZeroResSWFL.com. Spell it backwards or forwards, it still spells the same. ZEROREZ.
Hey, this is Adam Botana from Baywater Exclusive Boat Club, the only family-owned and operated boat club in Southwest Florida. And you know, one of the best ways to social distance is to be on a boat. At Baywater, we have a contractual 10-to-1 member-to-boat ratio. That gives you unlimited access to over 40 of our boats. Whether you're fishing or just cruising, Baywater has you covered. And folks, the water is great. It's the best water we've had in Southwest Florida in a couple decades. Want to keep the boat overnight? At Baywater, anything is possible. And this weekend, we're holding an open house and running special pricing. So stop by and see the Baywater difference. Call me, Adam Botana, at 239-495-0455. That's 495-0455. Again, 495-0455. Or find us online at BW Boat Club or just Google BW Boat Club. Baywater Exclusive Boat Club, the exclusive club of Southwest Florida.
At Fisher Investment, things differently, and other money managers don't understand why.
Because our way works great for us.
But it may not work for your clients. That's why Fisher Investments is a fiduciary, obligated to put clients first. It's the highest standard for a financial advisor.
So, what do you provide? Cookie-cutter portfolios like the rest of us?
No cookie-cutter portfolios here. Fisher Investments tailors portfolios to meet each client's goals and needs.
But you do sell investments that earn you high commissions, right? And make commissions when you make trades for your clients?
No, Fisher Investments doesn't sell any commission investment products, and we never earn commissions on trades.
So what's in it for you?
Fisher Investments fees are structured so we do better when our clients do better. When it comes to helping clients achieve a comfortable retirement, we're clearly different. Visit FisherInvestments.com to find out why investors like you switch to us. Fisher Investments, clearly different money management.
Investments in securities involve the risk of loss.
From 92.5 Fox News.
It's the stuff Southwest Florida is talking about.
It's Daybreak. Now, here's the guy at the epicenter of what's important to those of us who live in Southwest Florida. Drew Steele.
Well, good morning, Southwest Florida. Glad you're here. 239-479-5592, the phone number in the text line. Streaming live right there on YouTube. You can watch us right now. Just go to YouTube and look for Drew Steele Radio, Steele with 3 E's. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. We can keep it going, and we appreciate you being here. So, again, please subscribe to the channel. Say good morning to Jake the Millennial, who is here millennializing. I don't know what millennializing means. I think he was looking up Elmer Fudd. Because did you even know who Elmer Fudd? We just mentioned that they're taking the gun away from Elmer Fudd now in the Looney Tunes remake, the reboot. Every time you do a reboot, you get to take the old boot and make it into a new boot. And sometimes the old boot was just fine, but now the new boot's not going to have a gun with Elmer Fudd. Of course, Elmer Fudd is hunting rabbits. That's the whole idea. He's hunting rabbits. And in order to do that, I guess now you just hunt them with economically friendly traps that are also biodegradable. It makes sense. So we've got that going on. We're going to get to our congressman, Francis Rooney, who is contemplating something that maybe a few years ago you would think would be ridiculous, but now we're starting to think that it sounds just about right. Just about right. Why not? Especially when you're not up for re-election. We'll talk about what that is coming up. 2 other things. First thing is that obviously subscribing to the YouTube channel, which I mentioned. Anytime you want to call on Tri-Town Construction Talk and Text line and comment on whatever we're talking about, 239-479-5592. And the second thing is, this is pretty exciting. You can join Winn-Dixie in supporting Folds of Honor. What a great organization. It's a scholarship program. If you know about Folds of Honor, what great work they do, about 24,500 scholarships since 2007 for children of fallen and wounded soldiers. And all you have to do is go to Winn-Dixie. You shop at a Winn-Dixie, a very patriotic supermarket, if you don't know. Round up your purchase each time you shop, and Winn-Dixie is going to match that amount up to $100,000 between now and July 4th. How about that, everybody? So we would love for you to go shop at Winn-Dixie, round up that purchase up to the nearest dollar. Winn-Dixie is going to match that up to $100,000 between now and the 4th of July, and maybe something for you. How about this? Jake, keep an eye on the text line. If you text the word honor to 239-479-5592 throughout the day today, we're going to pick one phone number at random. And all this week, we have $100 gift cards from Winn-Dixie. And so each day, we'll be giving away $100 for Winn-Dixie, leading up to Flag Day on Sunday, June 14th. By the way, you can donate online as well at foldsofhonor.org. What a great, great organization. And so make sure you text the word honor to 239-479-5592. Just please do it once per day. And we will pick somebody at random each day, and you'll get a $100 gift card to Winn-Dixie. So how about that? All right, good stuff. All right, I heard over the weekend something that on first blush, when I heard about this, I thought, oh boy, former President George Bush Senator Mitt Romney of Utah will not support the president and his reelection. Other GOP officials are considering voting for Joe Biden, according to the New York Times. Now, my first blush was, yeah. So, okay. I mean, if that's really where they want to go, if this is where they feel the country needs to go, that we need to step away from Donald Trump and a reelection of this president and all the things that you know and we know that he has done for the country, and vote for Joe Biden or not vote at all, like that to you seems to be an option. How did you come up with that? Are you really that filled with TDS? The Times credits the early fallout of Trump's handling of police brutality, protests, and a mishandling of the coronavirus pandemic. Really? Is that right? Now, again, it's the New York Times, so I am sure that many that will hear from George Bush or Mitt Romney and to say that, oh, the New York Times, that's ridiculous. Of course we support the president. Has anybody heard that yet? Because this has been out for a little while. Colin Powell's in there as well, doesn't want to support the president. Hey, knock yourself out. But do us a favor. Don't try to convince us that Joe Biden is the answer. And don't try to convince us that you're a conservative. And don't try to convince us that there's any reason, Mitt Romney, in the future, maybe in 2024, for you to consider running for president once again. Or I don't know what you're considering. Like, where you think that this is a good idea. There were a lot of people that when I was in Utah, in Salt Lake, and people that I know now that were saying, watch Mitt Romney, he's going to run for Senate. And if he runs for Senate, it's going to be a crazy dynamic because he's going to have a voice, and it's not going to be a voice that's going to support this president. I thought they were crazy for saying it. Maybe not as much now. You know, this Business Insider article talks about John Kelly, Trump's former chief of staff, retired Marine general, wouldn't disclose who had his vote, but he did say that he wished, quote, we had some additional choices, unquote, according to the Times. Additional choices. Do we have to go through the litany, all the things that this president has been able to do before the pandemic? Do we have to do this? Even Mike Huckabee. Mike Huckabee was like, do you not know what this president has done?
Here's what I just don't understand with these never Trumpers. This president is more pro-life than we've ever had, period. He's more pro-Israel. He has deregulated so much government so that the businesses of America can thrive, and they have until this COVID stuff happened.
He's right? Where's he wrong so far, Mitt Romney and George W. Bush?
This is a president who has stood up to the globalist, stood up to the unfair trade practices, brought back American jobs.
Yeah, where's he wrong? Where's he wrong so far?
Has done more for minorities than any president in my lifetime in actually helping people to have good, decent jobs and a future.
Yep, he's right. Okay, so far so good.
This is a president who has reformed criminal justice. There's an incredibly long litany of things he's done. And some of them say, but I don't like his personality. Well, get over it.
Well, get over it. You don't, is that... But do you honestly think that's what it is with George W. Bush and Mitt Romney? They don't like his personality. That's all it is. It's nothing else. By the way, we're reading this article in Business Insider talking about how Mitt Romney, George Bush saying that they're not going to support Donald Trump for president of the United States, his reelection. Maybe even support Joe Biden. After everything that Mike Huckabee just said, does that tell you a lot about where we are right now? We were told that, for example, with John McCain, that Donald Trump was not allowed to have this back and forth with Mitt Romney. He was not allowed to say anything, with John McCain. He wasn't allowed to say some of the things that he said, and some may have bristled at what he said about John McCain at the time and being a war hero and heroes don't get captured and that whole thing. And bristled at that. That people would say that John McCain had a vendetta against him, didn't like that he said that, or whatever it was. even helping to kind of nurture and keep alive the Russian collusion hoax, knowing full well what wasn't happening, but yet people on his staff who were passing around information that we come to find out. And what was all that about? Was that because of what somebody said and they didn't like it? And so when the president has a problem with an individual and has an issue, now, whatever that may be, you're going to have to keep that to yourself, but you still have to support. But on the other side, you don't get that accommodation. It's not like John McCain had every right to feel the way he felt and to be upset and to do the, really? Is that right? Is that how that works? Again, is that what it is? Is it all about the words? Is it all about the language? Or is it more? Or is it because they really hate the dismantling of the swamp? Is it really because of the things that he has been able to accomplish to show that you don't have to be a politician in order to get the right things done for the country? Is that what it is? That you have to be hoity-toity like Mitt Romney? You've got to be well coiffed and super smooth legs. I don't know. The only reason why I said that is because there's a picture of him marching Black Lives Matter, and he was out there on the streets, Mitt Romney, and he had these super shorts on with his legs, and somebody was commenting that his legs look super smooth. I don't know. Whatever. Just repeating things on Twitter, and that's the first mistake. The idea is this. Is that what it is? Or is it because he's been able to accomplish what Republicans in the past have not been able to do? Mitt Romney wasn't going to do it. And fully understanding that it's upsetting what has been years and years and decades of standing with Republicans and the way things have to be done and the acquiescing to Democrats and almost like Democrat lights, the rhinos. That's the only, that now that the American people have found out that somebody who's not a politician can get the job done and get the things done that we've always wanted to have done and to see the results. I mean, is that what you're looking at? And now we come to find out that in this same Business Insider article, former Republican leaders like the former Speaker Paul Ryan and John Boehner are still tight-lipped about who they'll vote for. Some Republicans reportedly weighing their options between backing a third-party contender or openly endorsing Biden. Okay, so risking the ire of Trump. How about the ire of everybody else? How about me? How about you? Like, why would you do this? And then the pièce de résistance. Those considering Biden, including unlikely surprises, including Representative Francis Rooney of Florida. That's right, your congressman, for the time being, who's donated millions of dollars to Republican candidates over the years and served as President Bush's ambassador to the Vatican. Rooney reportedly hasn't voted for a Democrat in decades, but according to the Times, now look, it's the New York Times, so you never know if there's, the New York Times flat out lies all the time. So there's a chance that Francis Rooney can come out and say, no, this is not me. I did not say this, but I have yet to hear anything. Maybe he did. Francis Rooney is considering supporting Biden, quote, in part because Trump is driving us all crazy. And his handling of the virus led to a death toll that didn't have to happen. Really? Did he say that? Is that really what Francis Rooney thinks? Now, I'm willing to give the benefit of the doubt here to say that the New York Times lies and it was taken out of context, and maybe he feels like that Trump drives people crazy the way he talks, but he didn't say anything about not voting for him, although I have yet to hear anybody coming up and saying that anything's different. But Francis Rooney, Congressman Rooney, just made my point that I've been making for weeks. And here it is. He says that he's considering supporting Biden in part because Trump's driving us all crazy. He's driving us crazy. What have I told you about this? I said this to you last week. I've said it for weeks, everybody. Number one, Francis Rooney just gave us the example of what other people have been saying, what people have been saying to me behind the scenes, and I hate that it's being said, but I'm just telling you it's out there. There are people that are saying, we just want this to go away. We just want the problems to go away. We want the media to be happy again. We want people to be happy again. We want the strife to stop. We want the issues to stop in the country. We want the world to like us again. We want everything to be happy again. How do we do this? Just not voting for Trump, is that it? Will that make this all go away? Okay. I won't vote for Donald Trump if that means that everything will just calm down, that we won't fight, we won't argue, and the media will be nice to us again and everything will be fine. Can we do that? Is that what Francis Rooney's saying? Trump's driving us all crazy, really. And all we have to do is just make sure we don't vote for him and all the crazy will go away. Everything will be fine. That's the first thing, which is bull. You can fill in the rest. I don't do that. The second part is this. Francis Rooney saying this and not disagreeing with the New York Times article that is suggesting right now that he said that the president's driving him crazy. He's considering supporting Biden, and he thinks that the president and his handling of the virus led to a death toll that didn't have to happen, which is flat out wrong. Flat out wrong. That I'm done, me personally, and I believe you should be as well. I don't want people I don't know running for CD19. We got a congressional race, everybody. I need to have known quantity. I don't need somebody buying a seat. I don't need somebody coming along and spending a ton of money and buying seats. I don't want it. I don't want to see it. I want a known commodity. I want to know where you've been. I want to know who you voted for. I want to know your voting record. I don't want somebody coming along for the first time and deciding that they want to be the next congressman here, because the last time we did it, we got burned. Somebody who told us they were a conservative and they weren't. Somebody who told us that they were going to support the president and now apparently won't. And just because they're saying they'll do it now doesn't mean that they'll be doing it in the future. So that's my opinion. I'm just telling you what I think right now. I don't need anybody coming into a seat right now that's deciding that they're coming from the sidelines and you can trust me. We can't do it in this district. Just can't. It's just my thought. Maybe you feel differently. Maybe you feel like it's okay if somebody comes from the outside. I'm just not feeling it right now. Just not. Yeah, I'm just frustrated. It's just frustrating. All right. You tell me. 239-479-5592 is the phone number in the text line. Streaming live on YouTube. Please subscribe to the channel. Just go to Drew Steele Radio, Steele with 3 E's, and you can watch anytime you want. We appreciate that. Plus, of course, that $100 gift card to Winn-Dixie. Make sure you go shop at Winn-Dixie, everybody, and you round up whatever you buy there at Winn-Dixie. When you round it up to the nearest dollar, Winn-Dixie's going to match the amount up to $100,000 between now and July 4th, with that money going to Folds of Honor, and they are amazing. We'll talk about that more coming up. Yeah, just text the word honor to 239-479-5592 for that $100 gift card from Winn-Dixie that we have for you now. All right, Sabrina Katz has your traffic.
Traffic slowing in Fort Myers on Davis Road, heading north towards Iona, average speed at about 18 miles per hour. Also a delay building on Winkler, heading north towards Cypress Lake. And my commuters in Fort Myers were definitely slow on Tree Line, heading north of Daniels all the way to Colonial, seeing the backup. So go ahead and stick to I-75 for a faster alternate. That's up to the minute traffic. I'm Sabrina Katz. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
91 degrees for today with a mixture of sunshine and clouds. Heat index 100 to 105. With a few spotty showers and storms. With Wink News, I'm meteorologist Matt Devitt, Weather Authority.
Wink News at the top and bottom of the hour.
Hi, this is Sarah from Naples, and I listen to Drew Steele in the morning, and I was right all along.
92.5 Fox News.
Right all along.
Your local 1-hour air conditioning and heating team is open and ready to serve you. AC isn't a luxury, but rather is essential to your life. Give our team a call at 844-1-HOUR or visit onehourair.com.
Call 1 hour.
Looking to kill weeds without using dangerous chemicals like glyphosate? An all-natural weed killer may be just what you're looking for. Green Gobbler's Vinegar Weed Killer is a concentrated herbicide derived naturally from corn. It's 4 times stronger than regular table vinegar, so it packs a punch against all kinds of pesky weeds. Use Green Gobbler's Vinegar Weed Killer to safely kill dandelions, crabgrass, clover, ivy, and more. It's perfect for driveways, pavers, fence lines, and other outdoor surfaces. Green Gobbler Vinegar Weed Killer is an effective and powerful herbicide, but it doesn't stop there. It's also certified for organic use, so when used properly, it won't negatively affect soil or wildlife. Since Green Gobbler's Vinegar Weed Killer is pure vinegar with no other additives, pet owners can let their pets out to play right after application. Search for Green Gobbler Vinegar Weed Killer on Amazon.com today. We offer a hassle-free money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to lose.
Visit Jason and Todd at the Diamond District.
If you're in love and in the market for a diamond, June is the perfect time to visit Jason and Todd at the Diamond District in Estero at Coconut Point. The Diamond District has partnered with De Beers in Canada and Africa and has traveled to Antwerp, Israel, and India to amass the most beautiful selection of diamonds. The Diamond District is celebrating love all month long while they continue to liquidate GIA and Forevermark loose certified diamonds and the largest selection of engagement rings in Southwest Florida, with over 2,000 from which to choose. The Diamond District is also liquidating the largest selection of diamond fashion jewelry. Save up to 60% on stunning diamond bracelets, diamond earrings, pendants, rings, and more. Whether you're getting engaged, celebrating a birthday, anniversary, or just the simple fact that you're in love. Begin your love story with a diamond from Jason and Todd at the Diamond District. You won't find a better diamond buying experience.
Visit Jason and Todd at the Diamond District.
Now more than ever, it's essential to have a primary care provider ready to care for you. Book your first appointment through Millennium Physician Group's telehealth service, MPG Connect, and get established with a care team who'll be there for you wherever and whenever you need. Primary and specialty care, walk-in centers, lab services, imaging centers, and COVID-19 evaluation and testing. Connect with Millennium Physician Group today and be ready for tomorrow. 844-CALL-MPG. 844-CALL-MPG. MillenniumPhysician.com.
This is 92.5 Fox News. Now, back to Daybreak with Drew Steele.
Let kids drive all over the place with it. They're playing. That's what the park is for. I never saw a car in here before. It's a Power Wheel car, man. It doesn't bother me. What bothers me is you have a little kid in here that doesn't have a driver's license. He's just a little kid and you're not with him. It's not a real car.
That's where we are. That's it. Jake's up. He's done. Good night, everybody. Good night, everybody. Yes, you heard that right. I'm not suggesting that the world's coming to an end, but we're this close. That's a mom in California who posted a video on TikTok after a random woman scolded her for letting her kids, did you hear that, Jake? Letting her kids drive around in a Power Wheel, even though they didn't have a driver's license. They didn't have a driver's license. That's where we are right now. That's where we are. Dude, that's funny. Come on. Look, if you think the world's coming to an end, that's the kind of thing that gets you this close to believing it. Driving around with a Power Wheel, they don't have a license. What's the world coming to?
This is Daybreak. 92.5 Fox News.
Hey, it's Drew Steele, and I want to talk to you about my good friends at AMCO of Bonita Springs. You know, they're open. They are ready to handle any repairs or maintenance that you have for your car or truck, especially during these times. And look, they're taking precautions that they have to take to stay open at this point and to continue to earn a living for all of the team who depend on their paychecks for their families. They've adjusted their hours Monday through Friday, 8 to 4, and they're encouraging you to drop off your vehicle. They know you've been through a lot together, and AMCO of Bonita Springs, I want you to remember, they opened the shop in 2008. That was during the recession then. And now, 12 years later, dealing with this again and these struggles brought on by the virus. So if you're in need of auto or truck repair, then you know where to go. It's AMCO of Bonita Springs. Kevin and his brother Todd have been side by side at AMCO of Bonita Springs since 2008. Together, We're all going to get through these difficult times. So give them a call. They're located on Burnwood Drive in Bonita, 992-2626. That's 992-2626. Will you give them a call today? AMCO of Bonita Springs.
Attention community heroes. Franz Eye Care would like to express their appreciation for all that you do as you serve on the front lines. That's why they're offering $1,500 off bilateral LASIK for first responders. All EMTs, firefighters, police officers, and critical care workers in hospitals and minor emergency clinics are eligible to receive this benefit now through May 31st. Dr. Jonathan Franz, one of the original pioneers in the field of LASIK surgery, and his expert team of surgeons at Franz Eye Care want to help you experience better vision and a better life without the hassle of contacts and glasses. In addition to this amazing $1,500 off LASIK special, Franz Eye Care is now offering free LASIK screenings through virtual consultations. Dial ** 2020 from your mobile phone today to schedule a virtual consultation at a convenient time for you. Thank you, first responders. We appreciate your sacrifice. Dial ** 2020 from your mobile phone.
Dial ** 2020. Franz Eye Care.
Attention, Southwest Florida. Are you ready for this? Only Naples Nissan will give you $8,000 over Kelley Blue Book value for your trade-in. Hundreds of new SUV models to choose from, all backed by our exclusive unlimited mile lifetime warranty. Pick out your favorite at naplesnissan.com, then come see us on Pine Ridge Road to find out the KBB.com current market value for your trade-in, and we'll give you $8,000 more so you can drive that brand new Nissan home today. If KBB says it's worth $5,000, Naples Nissan will give you $13,000. If KBB says $10,000, we'll give you $18,000. You must act fast though. Visit naplesnissan.com for full details. Offer on select models with approved credit and cannot be combined.
This Wink News Update is presented by Stadium Dry Cleaners. Online at stadiumdrycleaners.com.
Now, this is a Wink News Update.
I'm Lindsay Zablon with Wink News. All 5 people wanted in connection to a Cape Coral woman's death have now been arrested. Police arrested 2 more people just yesterday. Thomas Bartley and Denise Maggie both face charges of tampering with evidence, mishandling a human body, and failing to report a death. Small business owners in Cape Coral could soon get a $5,000 loan to help with money that you lost during the pandemic. The Cape Coral Community Redevelopment Agency has established the program to help businesses with rent or mortgage. It starts today and you do need to fill out an application. It only applies to businesses in South Cape Coral. Today, a judge will read the charges against a former Southwest Florida businessman. He will not be in the courtroom, though. Louis Bruno already pleaded not guilty to fraud charges in a written plea. People all across the country are remembering George Floyd, including here in Southwest Florida. Church leaders are calling for action, saying the church is a place of worship, but also a place to reflect and take action. People in Cape Coral can enjoy the Yacht Club pool today. It will reopen at 50% capacity. It will be open every day from 10 a.m. until 5. Thanks to overwhelming community support, the Boys and Girls Club camp is underway in Collier County. The camp offers meals to club members and is open to children in 1st through 5th grades. I'm Lindsay Sablon with Wink News.
Wink News Traffic.
Traffic slowing in Fort Myers on Davis Road heading north towards Iona, average speed at about 18 miles per hour. Also a delay building on Winkler heading north towards Cypress Lake. And my commuters in Fort Myers were definitely slow on Tree Line heading north of Daniels all the way to Colonial, seeing the backup. So go ahead and stick to I-75 for a faster alternate. That's your up to the minute traffic. I'm Sabrina Katz. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
For today, a few spotty showers and storms are going to be possible, but widespread rain not expected. Mixture of sunshine and clouds, hot and humid. A lot of tropical air hanging around thanks to Cristobal over the weekend, and that is going to make it feel like 100 to 105. Scattered rain and storms in the forecast for the next several days, with more 90s expected and all that heat and humidity. With Wink News, I'm meteorologist Matt Devitt, the Weather Authority.
Wink News at the top and bottom of the hour.
My name is Karen from Naples, and I listen to Drew Steele in the morning, and I was right all along.
92.5 Fox News.
Right all along.
Hey, it's Drew Steele. Want to talk about Stadium Dry Cleaners. My good friends, they are great people there. I've been going to Stadium Dry Cleaners, I'm telling you, for as long as I can remember. And you may know Larry Rose. Now, Larry is an experienced SEC and NFL referee. Well, I know Larry has a fantastic dry cleaner and a great businessman. Look, you're going to love Stadium Dry Cleaners. They have discounts for our first responders and seniors. They have multiple locations near Publix at Daniels Crossing in Fort Myers, the Gateway Trade Center in Fort Myers, and the Elegant Image Dry Cleaners next to Walgreens on Del Prado in Cape Coral. They are Lee County's leading dry cleaner since 1988. With 30 years of experience in Lee County, I'm telling you, I trust my family's dry cleaning to Larry and the team at Stadium Dry Cleaners. So will you visit them? Visit stadiumdrycleaners.com and look for their monthly specials for great savings.
Right now is the right time to update your home office. And the place to start is getting rid of that flimsy plastic mat under your office chair. Step up to a glass chair mat by Vitraza. I'm George Pardo, president of Vitraza. We've been supplying high-quality glass chair mats made right here in the U.S. for over a decade. They're super strong and never dent. And wait until you feel what it's like to have your chair glide on a smooth glass chair mat. They're beautiful, too. They completely step up the look of your office. We now have 18 glass chair mat sizes in stock, ready to ship. If standard sizes don't fit, check out our custom design options. Shop today at Vitraza.com and save 10% with code WRIGHT. Here's our website again, V as in Victor, ITRAZZA.com, and remember, save 10% with code WRIGHT. Vitraza.com.
I'm Dane Eagle, and this is more than just another campaign ad. This is a promise. Communist China will be held accountable. They will pay for the crisis caused by the coronavirus pandemic. As Republican Majority Leader of the Florida House of Representatives, I fought alongside Governor DeSantis to ban sanctuary cities and pass E-Verify. Now, I'm asking for your vote so I can fight alongside President Trump in Congress. I'm Dane Eagle, and if I'm elected, I will call for a tribunal to put Communist China on trial, just like Nazi Germany after World War II. The world deserves the truth. What did China know? Was this an attack on the global economy? Was their intent to harm America? I will demand we get these answers. Nations affected by COVID-19 need to work together under American leadership to put Communist China on trial and uncover the truth. I'm Dane Eagle. I'm asking for your vote so I can hold Communist China accountable. That's a promise.
Paid for by Dane Eagle for Congress.
I'm Dane Eagle, and I approve this message.
Hey, this is Adam Botana from Baywater Exclusive Boat Club, the only family-owned and operated boat club in Southwest Florida. And you know, one of the best ways to social distance is to be on a boat. At Baywater, we have a contractual 10-to-1 member-to-boat ratio. That gives you unlimited access to over 40 of our boats. Whether you're fishing or just cruising, Baywater has you covered. And folks, the water is great. It's the best water we've had in Southwest Florida in a couple decades. Want to keep the boat overnight? At Baywater, anything is possible. And this weekend, we're holding an open house and running special pricing. So stop by and see the Baywater difference. Call me, Adam Botana, at 239-495-0455. That's 495-0455. Again, 495-0455. Or find us online at BW Boat Club or just Google BW Boat Club. Baywater Exclusive Boat Club, the exclusive club of Southwest Florida.
This is 92.5 Fox News.
Daybreak 92.5 Fox News, 239-479-5592. There's the phone number in the text line, and streaming live each and every day on YouTube. All you have to do is go to YouTube and just type in Drew Steele Radio, and right there you'll see my shining face. It's shining. It's an oily kind of thing. But anyway, that's not the point. You just go to YouTube, type in Drew Steele Radio. Please subscribe to the channel, and keeps us going. And so we appreciate that, knowing that you're there. And that is a good thing, so you can watch. Coming up in just about 10 more minutes, it is Drew's College of Political Knowledge. 4 questions on politics. The more you get right, the higher the degree. We'll see if you earn a PhD. And Jake's got to run quickly to get another cup of coffee, because you just discovered that you just discovered Splenda. But it was on accident. Is that what this is?
Okay, so normally it's the French vanilla. We have plenty of French vanilla back there, but now we don't have any regular pure sugar, right? We haven't for weeks.
Yeah.
So I've just not had any sugar. But I was like, no, I'm gonna try this Splenda stuff. It's in there. Maybe
you're gonna try this Splenda stuff. You've never had Splenda.
No, and I'm gonna tell you what, it's the most god awful invention of a sugar that anyone's ever put into anything. Do not consume that. It tastes like burnt plastic.
You know what I love? I love that. I almost need music for this.
My stomach hurts.
I love that I get to live my life a little bit through you and the things that you discover. Like the little baby boy here who's growing up, who's finding out all these things about life. He's learning about really bad politicians. You're learning about organizations that want to tear down the country, and you're learning about Splenda. Like just to be able to live through you and to have you experience something like Splenda for the first time.
Yeah. So today, it was just really bad. It was really bad.
That is awesome. I'm sorry. That was just cool. That made me smile. I needed that a little bit. All right, 239-479-5592, the phone number and the text line. I know, I'm just looking at this right now. Do you want me to play this right now? That Mike Opelka on Friday, who was playing this audio of Herman Munster back in 1965 talking about equality. Do you remember that?
I do.
Yeah.
The lesson I want you to learn is it doesn't matter what you look like. You can be tall or short, or fat, or thin, or ugly, or handsome, like your father. You can be black, or yellow, or white. It doesn't matter. What does matter is the size of your heart and the strength of your character.
You know what I also appreciate about. Sorry, I'm getting way off a tangent here, but I'm going to come back. Don't you worry. It all comes back. It's all coming back. You know what else I love about what Herman Munster said in 1965 and about TV shows from the 60s as a household who constantly is watching shows from the 60s. My son can't stop watching Andy Griffith or Green Acres, Andy Griffith mostly. It's the music in the background that sets the mood for these shows. Have you ever noticed that? Or is it just me? Is it just being a musician you pick this up? I mean, if you remember, you listen to these shows and just listen to what Herman Munster says, right? And then listen to the background and you hear the music, right? That sets the mood. Oh, it won't play now. Are you serious? It won't play. Nope. It doesn't want to play. I just like the music in the background. That's all. It doesn't have to play. All right. 239-479-5592. Okay. So a couple of other things that are going on this morning. You're trying to figure out where you're going to get the truth from. Everybody's trying to figure out, how do you avoid the lies? How many lies there are out there? Having conversations with people about what Francis Rooney said, your congressman, who was saying that he might support Joe Biden, can't support, or doesn't want to support Donald Trump because he's driving people crazy and his handling of the virus led to a death toll, didn't have to happen. And how I am telling you that even in your social circles that you're starting to realize and starting to see that there are people that are coming after you and what you believe in, your values, whether that's your constitutional values, whether that is your love of country, whether that is your support of the president, whether that's your faith, that there are people, your belief in the Second Amendment, that there are people that are going to come after you and pick you apart now are starting to feel bold because of what others are doing. But understand something about what others are doing, everybody. The other part of this, too, is that you have to ask yourself, why is it that so many people are willing to go after you, to pick on you, to try to change your heart and your mind from where you are? Is is it more because they're emboldened because of the lies that are being told by certain networks that are trying to perpetuate stories that don't exist and the hatred that is out there? And is a lot of it that because these people have become emboldened by politicians, the media, even people in their own party who are saying, I'm not going to support this president, I just can't do it? And is it also because of fear? Their anger is fear. The anger at Donald Trump is not necessarily always because of the things that he says, the way that he acts. There are plenty of things that politicians say all the time, and the way people act, and you get frustrated, or you kind of just, I don't know, could have said it a different way. But it's not what you're saying, it's what you're doing. It's your deeds, right? It's how he has been able to change so much about this country when it comes to regulations and taxes and the economy and minority communities that are the jobs that are growing in these communities. Things that if you're on the left, and especially the far left, you can't have this. You can't have all of these good things happening with somebody who you don't like the way they act or the way they talk. They're not a politician, and especially if they're a Republican, and especially if there's somebody that proves that you don't have to be a politician in order to get things done. And then when those things happen, those are all net positives before the virus and the like. But you also have to remember that it's fear, right? The media is pushing fear. The media pushes fear every single day. The fear, the hatred that we see is not necessarily the hatred of a human being, but the hatred that is created because of the fear in people. Because they don't know what to expect, because that's what they've done. I can give you an example on some of the lies that are out there. Attorney General Barr on CBS this weekend. And he's having a conversation. Oh, gosh, what's her name again? It's so funny, I keep forgetting. Face the Nation this weekend. And I forget the girl that does the interview. Anyway, I'm looking at it now, trying to get her name. Somebody will tell me. And Attorney General Barr is sitting in, and the topic of Lafayette Park comes out, and the peaceful protesters that were there. And here you go.
Heavy-handed use of force and law enforcement. Was that the right message for Americans to be receiving?
Well, the message is sometimes communicated by the media. I didn't see any video being played on the media of what was happening Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Yeah, what about that? What was happening Friday, Saturday, and Sunday? Margaret, I forgot Margaret's last name, but on Face the Nation. Did you all show what was happening the other side of it, or did you decide to just take one side of the issue and go after the president? Yeah, that's exactly what you did, to stoke up hatred, fear. The fear that people have that creates this hatred because they just want you to go away.
All I heard was comments about how peaceful the protesters were. I didn't hear about the fact that there were 150 law enforcement officers injured and many taken to the hospital with concussions. So it wasn't a peaceful protest. We had to get control over Lafayette Park, and we had to do it as soon as we were able to do that.
But you understand how these events appear connected.
Well, it's the job of the media to tell the truth. They were not.
Well, this is what I'm asking you.
Yeah, well, it's your job to tell the truth, and you're not doing it. The media will not do it. Why? Because the media is continuing to stoke fear. You know, they don't even have to create the hatred. The fear creates the hatred. Because they want it to go away, because they want it to stop. Because we're told day after day since this president took office that everything was going to be bad and you need to be fearful. And then on the other side, you're going to be angry and you just want it to go away. Didn't hear the fact that there were 150 law enforcement officers injured Anybody talk about that Friday, Saturday, Sunday? Did the media decide? No, because they have to keep the narrative going that it's a peaceful protest. And what the media has been able to accomplish is mayors in major metropolitan cities like Minneapolis who have been cast out by the mobs and told that, no, we have to dismantle the police department. Dismantling the police in Minneapolis. We're going to get to that story coming up again in case you missed it. Dismantling. What are they asking for? Wait till you hear the somewhat unbelievable, as it was from Zero Hedge was quoting, somewhat unbelievable statement from the Minneapolis City Council describing their veto-proof majority plans to create a utopian police-free future. No, I'm not kidding. We're going to read that and you'll hear for yourself what it is they're trying to do. But again, this stoking of fear and hatred has continued for 3.5 years. And I'm just telling you that when you hear stories about Republicans in Business Insider, George Bush, Mitt Romney, they don't want to support Donald Trump in 2020. Colin Powell's not going to support Donald Trump in 2020. And to that, many people went, so? Seriously, like, go ahead. If that's what you think, if that's what you feel, then go right ahead. But don't tell us that Joe Biden's the better option. Don't tell us that Democrats are a better option. Don't tell us that there's good on the other side of this if somebody that you personally don't like goes away. And a media that you're trying to appease because what? You think they're going to come to you and be nice? How many times have we witnessed this? You know, it is amazing. This is something that just came to my mind. It's the micro of the macro. Understand? Maybe that's not the right way to put it. It's on equal footing. How many times in the past have we witnessed Republicans bending over backwards to appease the media, to be nice, to support them, to give them the things that they want, to say the things that they want to hear, to be questioned in a press conference and then say the words that they want to hear or agree with the statements that they make because they just want to be nice and they want to be friendly with the media, thinking that the media will be friends with them. How many times are you going to have politicians that will be friendly with Black Lives Matter who wants the destruction and the dismantling of the white supremacy of this government that is imposing violence on the black community? That's not my words. That's their words. If you go to the About page on Black Lives Matter, understand who we're talking about and what their goals are. Understand what the goals of Antifa are. You think you're going to be friendly with them and they're going to turn around and be friendly with you. And what are the words? An appeaser is one who feeds a crocodile, hoping it'll eat him last. Yeah, that's not what happens. And never forget that. By being nice to the mobs, by being nice to those that want to dismantle your society, doesn't make it so that they're going to look at you as an ally. They're going to destroy you too. All right, Drew's College of Political Knowledge, 4 questions on politics. The more you get right, the higher the degree. We'll see if you were in a PhD. Let's say caller number 3 right now. Caller number 3 at 239-479-5592. Third caller right now. We'll play Drew's College. And we've got the diploma. We got some prizes. We got some good stuff for you coming up next on Daybreak 92.5 Fox News. Right all along with traffic. Here's Sabrina Katz.
Traffic slowing in Fort Myers on Davis Road, heading north towards Iona, average speed at about 18 miles per hour. Also a delay building on Winkler, heading north towards Cypress Lake. And my commuters in Fort Myers were definitely slow on Tree Line, heading north of Daniels all the way to Colonial, seeing the backup. So go ahead and stick to I-75 for a faster alternate. That's your up to the minute traffic. I'm Sabrina Katz. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
91 degrees for today with a mixture of sunshine and clouds. Heat index 100 to 105 with a few spotty showers and storms. With Wink News, I'm meteorologist Matt Devitt, Weather Authority.
Wink News at the top and bottom of the hour.
Hey, my name is Jay from Fort Myers. I listen to Drew Steele in the morning, and I was right all along.
92.5 Fox News.
Right all along.
Hey, it's Drew Steele. My friends Chad and Daniel at Jackson Pools, they are the best. Look, you know what's happening right now. They can close down the beaches, but they cannot shut down your beautiful resort-style pool from Jackson Pools. It's more important than ever to enjoy the healthy benefits of exercise and relaxation that you're going to get with your new Jackson Pool right now in your own backyard, featuring an elegant high-water design, a state-of-the-art recirculation system, custom coping, and a pebble interior finish. And you can have it all for under $35,000. And the truly amazing part is you can be swimming in less than 3 weeks from permitting. So I need to say that again. Look, if a pool is in your future, you've got to talk to my good friends at Jackson Pools. Sit on this doorstep on another hot and sweaty Southwest Florida summer? Well, no, because now is the perfect time to take the plunge. Contact Jackson Pools. Visit them now online at jacksonpools.com. Find out more. jacksonpools.com.
Attention commercial building owners. The Flying Locksmiths of Southwest Florida are now open, specializing in automatic doors, access controls, and CCTV cameras. Visit them online at flyinglocksmiths.com. If it's on the door, we handle it.
Hi, Michael Crothers, owner of Pure Air Conditioning. You might have seen our matte gray trucks with blue and white lettering on the road. Just know that in every truck you see, there's a certified technician who is trained to repair your system, not just sell you a system. As always, you can chat with us online at getpureair.com. Also, please join me every Saturday at 11:30 for the Get Pure Air radio show. I'll be talking about everything from air conditioning maintenance to troubleshooting tips.
Drew's College of Political Knowledge is presented by France Eye Care. Better vision, better life.
Attention, class. It's time for Drew's College of Political Knowledge.
It's Drew's College.
All right, let's go to Mike in Cape Coral. Hello there, Mike.
Good gravy, bad mullet.
Good gravy, bad mullet. Thanks, Mike. All right, it's Drew's College of Political Knowledge. 4 questions on politics. The more you get right, the higher the degree. We'll see if you're in a PhD or associate's degree question, sir, starts right now. Hey, in 2000, we had George W. Bush, who was running for president on the Republican side. Do you remember who the Democrat was? Who was the Democrat nominee for president in 2000?
That was Al. Why is it too hot in here? Gore.
That is almost correct. Yes, it is. We'll take that. All right, you got an associate's. See if you get a bachelor's degree on this question. How many U.S. senators do we have in the country? How many senators in the country?
Too many. No, that would be 50. No, 100. My bad, 100.
All right, what is it? 50 or 100?
That would be 100.
Yes, sir. Okay, you got it. All right, you got a bachelor's. Let's see if you get a master's degree on this question. 13 original states, the original colonies. You know, can you name 4 of them?
New York, Georgia, Delaware. Come on.
Come on.
North Carolina.
Yes, that is correct. All right, good job. Took a second. All right, so you got a master's. We'll see if you get a PhD on this question. Which person authorized the Purple Heart for wounded soldiers? This goes back to 1782. Who was it? Was it Robert E. Lee, Ulysses S. Grant, or George Washington?
It would have to be George Washington.
That is correct, sir.
All right.
All right, well, congratulations. You got a PhD there, Mike. Congratulations to you. Good gravy. You got yourself a diploma there, and Jake, you get to speak to Jake. I don't know what the prizes are today, but they're bound to be good. So just stay there, okay?
It's been a while since I talked to Jake. I'd like to see what he's got to say.
Really?
No, not really.
Okay, well, I wasn't really sure. Okay, Mike, hold on a second. That wasn't very nice. It's funny, but it wasn't. Okay.
This is Daybreak. 92.5 Fox News.
Hearing about a lot of chlorine, everybody. Hearing a lot of chlorine in water around Southwest Florida. Max, my buddy over at Pelican Water Systems, is saying, seems like there's an uptick in the amount of chlorine in your water. Is that you? Is your chlorine smell in your water just driving you crazy? Maybe the chemicals? Maybe the fact that your family's drinking it, you're showering in it. Enough. Just go ahead and call them. Call Max. Schedule your free no-obligation Pelican water test right now. They don't have to come in your home to test the water. They have a zero-contact option, and you can see exactly what's in your water, right? You might not even like what you find. But look, with the Pelican water system, city or well water, you're going to love the way now that your water tastes. And your family's going to love it as well. Both salt and salt-free systems, so you're going to love not lugging in those bags of salt. And of course, you're going to love not hassling with buying bottled water, right? So for your free zero-contact Pelican water test, give Max a call. 239-880-7799. Tell him Drew Steele told you to call. 239-880-7799. Look, there's never any pressure. You can schedule online at pelicanwestfl.com.
I'm Ray Sandelli, Lee County Commissioner for District 3. I'm a businessman, a veteran, and a proud family man. I have seen firsthand the impact the County Commission can have on our day-to-day lives and understand how critical it is to have someone with the right values in this office. The impact of the coronavirus is unprecedented. Now more than ever, we need to trust in our conservative principles to guide us back to prosperity. I'm Ray Sandelli, and I have the business experience and values we need to lead our county through difficult times. That's why Governor DeSantis put his trust in me. As a naval officer, aviator, and member of the Blue Angels flight demonstration team, I learned to trust my instincts. Now, my instincts tell me we need to reduce government, minimize regulations, and keep taxes low so we can bring jobs back to Lee County. I'm Ray Sandelli, and I'm asking for your vote. Paid by Ray Sandelli, Republican, for Lee County Commission, District 3.
92.5 WFSX Estero. It's 8 o'clock on Southwest Florida's news and talk station, 92.5 Fox News.
This Wink News update is presented by CFS Roofing. Online at cfsroofing.com.
Now, this is a Wink News update.
I'm Lindsay Zablon with Wink News. All 5 people wanted in connection to a Cape Coral woman's death have now been arrested. Police arrested 2 more people just yesterday. Thomas Bartley and Denise Maggie both face charges of tampering with evidence, mishandling a human body, and failing to report a death. Small business owners in Cape Coral could soon get a $5,000 loan to help with money that you lost during the pandemic. The Cape Coral Community Redevelopment Agency has established the program to help businesses with rent or mortgage. It starts today, and you do need to fill out an application. It only applies to businesses in South Cape Coral. Today, a judge will read the charges against a former Southwest Florida businessman. He will not be in the courtroom, though. Louis Bruno already pleaded not guilty to fraud charges in a written plea. People all across the country are remembering George Floyd, including here in Southwest Florida. Church leaders are calling for action, saying the church is a place of worship, but also a place to reflect and take action. People in Cape Coral can enjoy the Yacht Club pool today. It will reopen at 50% capacity. It will be open every day from 10 a.m. until 5. Thanks to overwhelming community support, the Boys and Girls Club camp is underway in Collier County. The camp offers meals to club members and is open to children in 1st through 5th grades. I'm Lindsay Sablon with Wink News.
Wink News traffic.
Traffic slowing in Fort Myers on Davis Road heading north towards Iona. Average speed at about 18 miles per hour. Also a delay building on Winkler heading north towards Cypress Lake. And my commuters in Fort Myers were definitely slow on Tree Line heading north of Daniels all the way to Colonial, seeing the backup. So go ahead and stick to I-75 for a faster alternate. That's up to the minute traffic. I'm Sabrina Katz. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
For today, a few spotty showers and storms are going to be possible, but widespread rain not expected. Mixture of sunshine and clouds, hot and humid. A lot of tropical air hanging around thanks to Cristobal over the weekend, and that is going to make it feel like 100 to 105. Scattered rain and storms in the forecast for the next several days, with more 90s expected and all that heat and humidity. With Wink News, I'm meteorologist Matt Devitt, the Weather Authority.
Wink News at the top and bottom of the hour.
Hi, this is Rick from Naples. I listened to Drew Steele in the morning, and I was right all along.
92.5 Fox News.
Right all along.
The team at Best Home Services understands that this is a time of much uncertainty and much unknown. With this uncertainty comes feelings of fear and panic. Please know that we are here for you today, tomorrow, and into the future as we move forward together, safely and comfortably. We are all in this together, and as stewards of our community, we promise to continue to provide you the services needed to keep you and your family safe. You are not alone. Best Home Services, Our family protecting your family.
Hello, Southwest Florida. This is Barry Connor and Craig Gaskins reaching out to say thank you to all the dedicated healthcare professionals, police officers, firefighters, EMS, and all the other essential workers currently sacrificing their health and time away from their friends and family to keep our community strong. Though we aren't able to contribute in the same powerful ways as these individuals are aiding our community, here at CGU, we are dedicated to building a stronger and more united tomorrow.
We believe that with the power of community, we can make America stronger than ever before. Let's stop working towards getting back to a normal, and let's focus on building an even better than normal tomorrow. Connor and Gaskins Unlimited knows we're all in this together, and we are ready to help. Check us out on the web at www.cgunlimited.com.
Stay strong,
stay healthy,
and God bless the USA.
My name is Dr. William Figglestaller. As a businessman and investor here in Southwest Florida, I've built my fair share of buildings. In Congress, I will fight to build something new. A massive wall along our southern border, one that keeps the criminals, rapists, and drug lords out for good. I'm Dr. William Figglestaller, and I approve this message because no matter what the career politicians say, my plan is simple. Secure the border, end illegal immigration, ban sanctuary cities, support President Trump, and put America first.
Paid for by Dr. William Figglestaller for Congress.
At Fisher Investments, we do things differently, and other money managers don't understand why.
Because our way works great for us.
But it may not work for your clients. That's why Fisher Investments is a fiduciary, obligated to put clients first. It's the highest standard for a financial advisor.
So, what do you provide? Cookie-cutter portfolios like the rest of us?
No cookie-cutter portfolios here. Fisher Investments tailors portfolios to meet each client's goals and needs.
But you do sell investments that earn you high commissions, right? And make commissions when you make trades for your clients?
No, Fisher Investments doesn't sell any commission investment products, and we never earn commissions on trades.
So what's in it for you?
Fisher Investments fees are structured so we do better when our clients do better. When it comes to helping clients achieve a comfortable retirement, we're clearly different. Visit FisherInvestments.com to find out why investors like you switch to us. Fisher Investments, clearly different money management.
Investments in securities involve the risk of loss.
From 92.5 Fox News.
It's the stuff Southwest Florida is talking about.
It's Daybreak. Now, here's the guy at the epicenter of what's important to those of us who live in Southwest Florida. Drew Steele.
Well, good morning, Southwest Florida. Glad you're here. 239-479-5592. There's the phone number in the text line. It's Drew Steele. Hey, it's Jake the Millennial. Hi, Jake.
Hello.
Hi. Did you push a button a little early on us?
A little bit. Sorry.
Would you like to...
I was going to take over the show.
Would you like to... Is that what you were doing?
I was thinking about, what do I say?
See, here's the best part. Okay, number one, if you're watching on YouTube, if you're streaming us live here on YouTube, you go to Drew Steele Radio, Steele with 3 E's, and please subscribe to the channel. We appreciate that. It keeps us going. And here's the thing. It's funny because you get to see a little behind the scenes as well. Sometimes when things happen, sometimes... when things are a little wonky, you get to see it happening. It all plays out. All the things you don't get to hear, you get to see behind the scenes. Jake, I guess, was getting ready to take over the show. Pushed the wrong button. And
I was going to create a segment for myself.
I was in the bathroom. Have to tell everybody that. But you know what? We're an open book here. We don't mind. And
did you wash your hands?
Well, of course I did. I had to rush back. Well, I didn't rush back. I was taking my time. That was the problem. If I rushed back, I would have been sitting in the seat. All right. So that's what you don't get on other programs. On this show, you get the facts, you get the truth, you get it unvarnished. It's all out there in front of you because we're family. That's how it works. All right. So how you feeling, family? Do you like the idea that the talk now is about defunding the police? Defunding the police basically means dismantling the police. That's what they're going to do in Minnesota, and the outrage is palpable. People understand what this means. if we are talking about what keeps a society together as opposed to falling to pieces, the rule of law is number one. And if we're not following the rule of law, if we're going to dismantle police departments, believing that the better angels, the better that people will do the right thing, that there's no reason for a person to walk into a store and grab that piece of gum from in front of the counter and walk out, knowing that there's no consequence. Small things to the big things, to the things like individuals looking to steal, take your property, or I don't know, worse, as you can imagine, that we're supposed to believe that not having a police department, somehow it's all going to be fine, this is all going to work out. But what does this actually look like? What are they talking about? Here it is, the veto-proof decision by the Minneapolis City Council. Listen to this. Decades of police reform efforts have proved that the Minneapolis Police Department cannot be reformed, and we will never be accountable for its actions. Oh, and will never be accountable, right? We are here today to begin the process of ending the Minneapolis Police Department and creating new transformative models for cultivating safety in Minneapolis. You know, cultivating, kind of like rays of sunshine that will warm and heat cities all across the country. Cultivating, green new ideas that will bring you all beautiful flatulent cows. That was really weird. I'm sorry about the flatulent cow thing. That really didn't have to happen. Number 3, this is legitimate, everybody. What I'm reading you right now is the city council describing their veto-proof majority and what they want to do. Number 3, we recognize that we don't have all the answers about what a police-free future looks like. That's fantastic. So we should go through with it anyway. We don't have the answers. We don't need the answers. Jake, what do you think about that? How would you like to live in a world where you don't have the answers to something, but you're going to steam ahead with something that you don't know is going to work, but by all accounts, common sense would tell you it's going to fail miserably. But look, we don't have the answers, but we're going through it no matter what. Wouldn't you love to live in a world like that?
No.
No, neither would I. But our community does. We're committing to engaging with every willing community member in the city of Minneapolis over the next year to identify what safety looks like for you. What if everybody identifies safety as a police department? What about that part of it? We'll be taking intermediate steps towards ending the MPD through the budget process and other policy and budget decisions over the coming weeks and months. This is going to be an absolute disaster. An absolute disaster. I can't believe that every willing community member in the city of Minneapolis over the next year to identify what safety looks like. So let's say the majority of people say, I think that we can do this ourselves. Really? How? How are you going to stop somebody who's looking to commit murder, commit theft, to break into your home? What are you going to do? I don't assume you're looking for a local militia. I don't assume you're looking for us to take up arms to protect ourselves. Are you? Is that what you're suggesting? You know you're not. Because that's not what safety looks like to you, and you know it. Here is, what's her name? Lisa Bender? Is that her name? Let me just double check. She is, this is the city councilwoman who is basically the face of this movement, of this dismantling the police. And I want you to listen to the words she uses carefully as she's on CNN, because of course, Allison Camerata, everybody at CNN's like, all right, you've got two ways of looking at this if you're the media. Either dismantling the police is a brilliant idea. We want to have her on from the Minneapolis City Council, explain how this is going to work. We're siding with Black Lives Matter. We're siding with Antifa. We're siding with those who want to dismantle this country. These are not individuals. These are not groups that believe in the rule of law. Otherwise, they wouldn't be doing half the things that they're trying to do. They're looking to dismantle. They're looking to create chaos. You don't see that. Of course you do. And so here is Allison Camerata asking the city councilwoman in Minneapolis a very important question because, some people might be upset about dismantling a police department and that there are Democrat politicians that are the ones that are doing it, thereby, ergo, therefore, these are all the right words. You might assume that Democrats are going to get the blame when everything goes in the tank, and is that going to help the president?
As a Democrat, are you worried that you have just handed President Trump a great talking point or slogan or battle cry for his reelection to be able to say, see, Democrats want to get rid of your police. First, they come to take away your guns, as he says. Now they're taking away your police officers. Does that concern you?
Okay, everything she said is right. Yeah. More than a talking point, it's a point of fact that when the city is ultimately dismantled and destroyed itself because of mob rules, which we don't live by, somebody's going to get the blame. The president, rightly so, can point to the individuals that would say this is a good idea and say, you don't think that people like Joe Biden, who took a knee in church when he was there speaking to the AME church just last week in a photo op to show solidarity to individuals who don't want your solidarity, but want to bring you down, even you, Joe Biden, and even you, Democrats, they're not looking for your support. They're looking for your support to get the funding to be able to turn around and swallow you whole. That all of this is going to be an example for people to say, I don't want to be a part of this. Taking away your guns, you're right. Now they're going to take away your police officers. Yep. How do you defend this? Head of the city council there, I don't know the person's name, but here's her answer.
That's why I said at the beginning that it starts with telling the truth. And I think we've been afraid of a lot of things, of those political dynamics, of what would happen in our city, to have our police force hearing these kinds of words. And that fear is what we have to really work through, because again, that's the fear that so many in our community are facing. That's the fear that we see, from George Floyd's family, or the family of Jamar Clark or Justine Damon, who are also killed by Minneapolis police, who have told us we never want to see this happen again. And so those efforts that we have taken so far to stop this, to make sure no one is killed in this way, have not worked.
Okay, let me just stop for a second. She used the fear word a bunch of times. And again, that's what I said to you earlier, that the people that are angry right now are fearful. It's not even the stoking of hatred, it's the stoking of fear, because the hatred is a byproduct of the fear. You're so fearful, you don't know what to do. You look around and you try to find the one thing or the one person that you can point to and say, that's the person that's causing my fear, in which case you turn that into hatred and anger, and you want to do something to that person. And that person is Donald Trump, president of the United States. We want him out of office. There are even Republicans that we're told are suggesting that they would support Joe Biden or wouldn't vote to support the president of the United States. Why do you think they're doing that? You think they're doing that because they hated the idea of jobs coming back, of a great economy, of the stock market and what it's doing there, and the turning around of regulations, the having conservatives on a Supreme Court, the bringing in of conservatives on the federal benches across the country? Do you think these people hate that? No, they don't hate that. They love that. They hate the messenger because they're told to hate the messenger, because they're told that he's the reason why all of this is happening. And now you have this city council president in Minneapolis who is telling you that there's fear there among the people in the police department and what is going on there, and we had to do something, and the only way to change the police department is to completely dismantle it, which is an awful, horrific idea. If you're telling me that there's no other way to do it, you're wrong. If you're telling me that the people that are in charge there might need to be changed there might need to be change in the department. If you want to make that case, you can make that case, city councilwoman, but instead, your idea is to completely dismantle it and put in place what? Do you think what's going to be put in place will be generational, will be something that will be monumental, that people now will want to mimic and do in cities and countries across the globe? No. It's going to be a disaster. It's going to hurt the people in that community, and everybody knows it. And now, I think you have places like CNN and others that are like, this is not good. And deep inside, they know it's a bad idea. They know it's a horrible idea. And I'll bet they're probably doing what they can to try to convince the city council that maybe you don't want to do this. Everything else is fine, but maybe this is just a little too far. Not sure there's much you can do after that. All right, we got Mike and Mickey and Dave. They all want to talk this morning, so we'll get to your calls coming up on the other side of traffic. By the way, streaming live on YouTube. Anytime you want to watch, just go to our YouTube channel, Drew Steele Radio, Steele with 3 E's. Please subscribe to the channel while you're there as well. We appreciate that. And your calls coming up on Daybreak 92.5 Fox News. Sabrina's got your traffic.
Traffic slowing in Fort Myers on Davis Road, heading north towards Iona. Average speed at about 18 miles per hour. Also a delay building on Winkler, heading north towards Cypress Lake. And my commuters in Fort Myers were definitely slow on Tree Line, heading north of Daniels all the way to Colonial, seeing the backup. So go ahead and stick to I-75 for a faster alternate. That's up to the minute traffic. I'm Sabrina Katz. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
91 degrees for today with a mixture of sunshine and clouds. Heat index 100 to 105 with a few spotty showers and storms. With Wink News, I'm meteorologist Matt Devitt, Weather Authority.
Wink News at the top and bottom of the hour.
Hi, my name is Bob from Lehigh, and I listen to Drew Steele every morning, and I was right all along.
92.5 Fox News.
Right all along.
You probably know Lusk Dray Sites in Talisano for car accidents and other personal injury matters. But did you know they have attorneys who specialize in many other areas of the law? Whether you're in need of creating or updating your will and testament, or need advice about divorce or child custody, they have an attorney for you. And unlike the all-too-familiar competitors, at Lusk Dray Sites in Talisano, you'll be meeting directly with the attorney handling your matter, not some coordinator or case manager looking to increase their numbers. Lusk Dray Sites in Talisano. They've been serving you for over 35 years. Have a family law question? Are you seeking a divorce or have child custody issues you need resolved? Do you need assistance with dividing property? At Lusk Dray Sites in Talisano, their attorneys can walk you through this difficult process as the needed advocate to protect your legal rights. They've been here for you in the past, they're here today, and will be here for you tomorrow. LDTlaw.com. Offices Cape Coral, Fort Myers, Naples.
Hi, Michael Crothers, owner of Pure Air Conditioning. Now that our economy has reopened and to help the community, we've decided to offer a safe $29 AC maintenance. All Pure Air employees are supplied with gloves, foot coverings, and KN95 masks for your and their protection. Find us online at getpureair.com to schedule your safe $29 AC maintenance. Join me every Saturday at 11:30 a.m. for the Get Pure Air radio show. I'll be talking about everything from air conditioning maintenance to troubleshooting tips.
Visit Jason and Todd at the Diamond District.
If you're in love and in the market for a diamond, June is the perfect time to visit Jason and Todd at the Diamond District in Estero at Coconut Point. The Diamond District has partnered with De Beers in Canada and Africa and has traveled to Antwerp, Israel, and India to amass the most beautiful selection of diamonds. The Diamond District is celebrating love all month long while they continue to liquidate GIA and Forevermark loose certified diamonds and the largest selection of engagement rings in Southwest Florida with over 2,000 from which to choose. The Diamond District is also liquidating the largest selection of diamond fashion jewelry. Save up to 60% on stunning diamond bracelets, diamond earrings, pendants, rings, and more. Whether you're getting engaged, celebrating a birthday, anniversary, or just the simple fact that you're in love. Begin your love story with a diamond from Jason and Todd at the Diamond District. You won't find a better diamond buying experience.
Visit Jason and Todd at the Diamond District.
Hey, Sean Hannity here for Cathedral Roofing Innovations. Now, Hurricane Irma was a long time ago, but believe it or not, well, problems with tile roofs, they continue to occur as a result. Now, many homeowners are just now feeling the effects of the hidden damage that occurred to their tile roof. Now, whether it's new leaks, cracked, unsecured tiles, these roofs are living on borrowed time. Now, tile roofs, by nature of their design, are susceptible to lift and powerful storms like hurricanes. When this occurs, your tile underlayment can be compromised, but you would not realize it until possibly years later. Now, with Cathedral Roofing Innovations, you get a great roofing company to inspect your roof for any damage. And just because you don't have leaks doesn't mean you don't have issues. Just go to cathedralroofingnaples.com. They are the tile experts in Naples, and they will start the inspection process right away. Just go to cathedralroofingnaples.com, cathedralroofingnaples.com.
License number CCC 1331928.
I'm Casey Askar. More immigrants come to America than any other nation on earth. But with a deadly virus spreading across the globe and millions of Americans unemployed, our borders have to be secure. That's why President Trump's order suspending immigration is essential. This pandemic proves just how important borders are. I'm Casey Askar, and I approve this message. I'll help the president finish the wall and control the border once and for all.
This is 92.5 Fox News.
Daybreak 92.5 Fox News 239-479-5592. All right, let's go to some calls here. Let's see. We got, Mickey. Mickey's in Naples. Hey, Mickey, how are you?
Very good, Drew. How about yourself?
I'm doing well, sir. What's on your mind?
You know, Drew, the last 3.5 years has been nothing short of a political coup. Just since the election day, if you watch the events, it started with the Russia thing they used, which all turned out to be false with the FISA warrants and everything else. And then the impeachment, which led into the virus thing that the mainstream media blew up in order to tear down the economy. And now with this rioting and looting and everything else, it's nothing short of a political coup of the president of this country. And the scary part is the Democratic Party will resort to even running this country into the ground just so Trump don't be reelected. It's kind of scary that that's where we're at.
Well, you know, you look at, for example, Black Lives Matter, you look at Antifa, you look at some of the far left groups that are out there right now. The desire is not to have the Democrat Party in office. The desire is to dismantle all of it. So everybody who comes out and in support and wants to show support, they could care less about that support from Democrats, Mitt Romney. Mitt Romney was walking yesterday with Black Lives Matter. And in case you, and thanks for the call, Mickey, I appreciate it. Do I have that video from yesterday? Mitt Romney, who's walking, here you go, walking with a group of protesters there on the street. And he says,
finding a way to end violence and brutality, and to make sure that people understand that Black Lives Matter.
So there you go. Do you think Black Lives Matter is now looking at Mitt Romney and going, oh, he's a friend now? He's an ally? No! They understand exactly what Mitt Romney is doing, and so do you. They don't care if it's Joe Biden or Mitt Romney or anybody else. They want to dismantle it all. You fools. Don't you see that? No, they don't. Because, again, there's that mentality. If we're just nice to everybody, they'll be nice back to you. No, they won't.
This is Daybreak.
92.5 Fox News.
The team at Best Home Services understands that this is a time of much uncertainty and much unknown. With this uncertainty comes feelings of fear and panic. Please know that we are here for you today, tomorrow, and into the future as we move forward together, safely and comfortably. We are all in this together, and as stewards of our community, we promise to continue to provide you the services needed to keep you and your family safe. You are not alone. Best Home Services, our family protecting your family.
Hey Southwest Florida, are you a realtor or broker? Well, Bonafide provides complete real estate listing packages for any type of property. Our listing packages include 3D imaging, virtual walkthrough tours, photos, floor plans, aerials, and promotional videos, all packaged on your very own property website. We provide each realtor with fixed pricing and the best service in town. We also assist you with your online marketing. Included in your package are weekly viewing statistics. Call us today to custom tailor your listing package at 239-244-8086 or visit us on the web at bonafidemeasurements.com. When disaster strikes, whether fire, flood, or storm, and you need to file an insurance claim, remember, the more details you provide, the better the chance of getting your claim paid and paid timely. Bonafide's AIP program will list, photograph, and provide you with a secure file with all of your personal assets. All this peace of mind and security costs around 50 cents a square foot. Call Bonafide today at 239-244-8086 to schedule your AIP today.
At Rock Solid, family comes first. And during this difficult time, Rock Solid makes you part of our family with family employee pricing on everything. Rock Solid is open and is giving you a guaranteed lifetime warranty. And there's more. Rock Solid guarantees installation in just 1 week. That's right, it's guaranteed. Do your family a favor by saving big with Rock Solid's family employee pricing offer while supporting local small business. See store for details.
Rock Solid in the Pink Building, 2240 J&C Boulevard, Naples. Rock Solid. We don't stop at just countertops.
Hey, it's Drew Steele. Want to talk about Stadium Dry Cleaners. My good friends, they are great people there. I've been going to Stadium Dry Cleaners, I'm telling you, for as long as I can remember. And you may know Larry Rose. Now, Larry is an experienced SEC and NFL referee. Well, I know Larry has a fantastic dry cleaner and a great businessman. Look, you're going to love Stadium Dry Cleaners. They have discounts for our first responders and seniors. They have multiple locations near Publix at Daniels Crossing in Fort Myers, the Gateway Trade Center in Fort Myers, and the Elegant Image Dry Cleaners next to Walgreens on Del Prado in Cape Coral. They are Lee County's leading dry cleaner since 1988. With 30 years of experience in Lee County, I'm telling you, I trust my family's dry cleaning to Larry and the team at Stadium Dry Cleaners. So will you visit them? Visit stadiumdrycleaners.com and look for their monthly specials for great savings.
Fox News, I'm Karen McHugh. House Democrats today getting on board the police reform bandwagon by proposing some legislation of their own.
They're calling this the Justice and Policing Act. In broad strokes, it would make it easier to prosecute police officers by changing the standard of misconduct from willfulness to recklessness. There would be a national police misconduct registry. So-called no-knock warrants would be banned in drug cases. There would be an independent investigation process to look into allegations of misconduct, and chokeholds would be banned.
Fox's Doug Luzader. The Minneapolis City Council plans to vote to dismantle their police department. The mayor is opposed. FBI and local officials investigating a possible link between this weekend's killing of a sheriff's deputy in Santa Cruz County, California, and the recent shooting death of a federal officer in Oakland. America is listening to Fox News.
This Wink News Update is presented by Stevie Tomato Sports Page in Fort Myers, Cape Coral, and Naples.
Now, this is a Wink News Update.
I'm Lindsay Sablon with Wink News. All 5 people wanted in connection to a Cape Coral woman's death have now been arrested. Police arrested 2 more people just yesterday. Thomas Bartley and Denise Maggie both face charges of tampering with evidence, mishandling a human body, and failing to report a death. Small business owners in Cape Coral could soon get a $5,000 loan to help with money that you lost during the pandemic. The Cape Coral Community Redevelopment Agency has established the program to help businesses with rent or mortgage. It starts today, and you do need to fill out an application. It only applies to businesses in South Cape Coral. Today, a judge will read the charges against a former Southwest Florida businessman. He will not be in the courtroom, though. Louis Bruno already pleaded not guilty to fraud charges in a written plea. People all across the country are remembering George Floyd, including here in Southwest Florida. Church leaders are calling for action, saying the church is a place of worship, but also a place to reflect and take action. People in Cape Coral can enjoy the Yacht Club pool today. It will reopen at 50% capacity. It will be open every day from 10 a.m. until 5. Thanks to overwhelming community support, the Boys and Girls Club camp is underway in Collier County. The camp offers meals to club members and is open to children in 1st through 5th grades. I'm Lindsay Sablon with Wink News.
Wink News Traffic.
Traffic slowing in North Fort Myers from a crash at North Cleveland and Pine Island with westbound delays on Pine Island. Also still a little slow on Pondella between Business 41 and US 41, but a very nice commute on both bridges into Fort Myers. Traffic is a bit slow in Fort Myers on southbound Tree Line heading towards Daniels, and a minor delay as well on 6 Mile towards Daniels. The Trip to the Minute traffic, I'm Sabrina Katz. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
For today, a few spotty showers and storms are going to be possible, but widespread rain not expected. Mixture of sunshine and clouds, hot and humid. A lot of tropical air hanging around thanks to Cristobal over the weekend, and that is going to make it feel like 100 to 105. Scattered rain and storms in the forecast for the next several days, with more 90s expected and all that heat and humidity. With Wink News, I'm meteorologist Matt Devitt, the Weather Authority.
Wink News at the top and bottom of the hour.
I listened to 92.5, Drew Steele in the morning, and I was right all along.
92.5 Fox News.
Right all along.
Steven Tomatoes, sports page. Come for the food, stay for the sports.
Hi, I'm Big Al from Stevie Tomatoes. You've heard me say we're the working and retired person's country club. This means coming in for a meal, a drink, or with a party, and we will obtain your complete satisfaction with our food, service, and value. We strive for excellence with your service experience and our food. So on the rare occasion we fall short, tell us and we'll fix it. Plus, at Stevie Tomatoes, there are no pretenses, no attitudes, high prices, or rushing you in or out. Come relax, enjoy yourself, and be yourself. At Stevie's, we love meeting the men and women who currently and in the past work hard to make America great. We appreciate their values, honesty, industriousness, and affection for this great country. So head to Stevie's, where we strive for excellence in everything we do. I guarantee it. In Naples, Fort Myers, and Cape Coral. Come, come, come.
Steven Tomatoes, sports page. Come for the food, stay for the sports.
Even in my 80s, every dive is exciting and enjoyable. When I developed cataracts years ago, I couldn't see well underwater. You can have the best gear and know the best dive spots. If your eyes aren't the best, it's just not the same. And Dr. Scheibo knows that.
Knowing how much Jimbo cares about diving, it was a privilege to fix his vision.
It's great to know that we got eye doctors in our area that care just as much about me as I care about being in the water.
Hi, this is Dr. Scheibel from Community Eye Center. My partner, Dr. Spatafor, and I want to remind everybody, don't be a spreader. The coronavirus is so tiny, 100 million particles fit on the head of a pin. As we run around in our trucks and cars and play golf and go fishing and go to work and do the things we like to do, we are spreading the virus. The virus can only move with us. Over 65, diabetes, COPD, all these folks will be hurt severely by this virus. Wash your hands, be careful, don't be a spreader.
We are Moran Wealth Management. Passionate about learning what's important to you and your family. Personable, with 24 professionals dedicated to attentive, customized service and focused on client relationships. Performance-driven. As part of Barron's top 1,200 advisors, Tom Moran, founder, CEO, and senior PIM portfolio manager, is Florida's highest-ranked advisor for 2019. Call 239-920-4440 today or visit MoranWealthManagement.com. Moran Wealth Management. Passionate, personable, performance-driven. Barron's rankings are based on data provided by thousands of advisors. Factors included in the rankings were assets under management, revenue produced for the firm, regulatory record, length of service, quality of practice, and client retention. Investment products and services are offered through Wells Fargo Advisors Financial Network, LLC. Moran Wealth Management is a separate entity from WFAFN.
This is 92.5 Fox News.
All right, it's Daybreak, 92.5 Fox News. Hey, just a reminder, this is awesome. Before the end of the program, we will have somebody who will have $100 gift card in their hand, thanks to Winn-Dixie. And here's the thing. I want to encourage you to participate with us, with Winn-Dixie, a very patriotic company, Winn-Dixie. And Winn-Dixie is supporting Folds of Honor. Folds of Honor is amazing. About 24,500 people have received scholarships, education scholarships for children of fallen and wounded soldiers. And what Winn-Dixie is doing is Winn-Dixie is rounding up. So round up your purchase. You go to Winn-Dixie, you get your groceries. Every time you shop, just go ahead and tell them that you want to round up to the nearest dollar that purchase. Winn-Dixie's going to match that amount up to $100,000 between now and July 4th, with that money going to Folds of Honor. So this is incredible. And it's easy to be a part of it. You just go to Winn-Dixie and shop. You just round those dollars up. And to say thanks and to encourage you to do this, how about a little bit of shopping? So here's what you'll do. We have $100 gift cards that we're going to give away each day this week from Winn-Dixie. And it leads right up to Flag Day, Sunday, June 14th. By the way, you can also donate online anytime you want to, foldsofhonor.org, a great organization. And here's what you do. Right now, just text the word honor to 239-479-5592. 239-479-5592. Text the word honor. Jake's going to pick somebody at random on the text line, and that could be you. And you will get that $100 gift card to shop at Winn-Dixie. So encouraging you to shop. And don't forget to round up when you're there. All right. Top 5 audio clips of the day. Here we go. It's the 5 at 8:35.
Drew's Top 5 at 8:35 is brought to you by Moran Wealth Management. Isn't it time to review your portfolio options? Go to moranwm.com.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Drew's 5 at 8:35.
Number 5.
It's going to be a broad, comprehensive measure, the strongest ever introduced, to bring more fairness and racial equality to police departments throughout the country. It has 3 major buckets. 1, accountability. 2, transparency. 3, training and policies.
Well, there you go. There's Chuck Schumer, and Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer has the touching on the issue of police violence, racial discrimination during a press briefing. He said on today that they're going to propose the Justice in Policing Act, eliminating incidents like killing of George Floyd while in police custody in Minneapolis. And they're going to do this by legislation, everybody. They're going to legislate the peace and calm that needs to be had across the country. Democrats are going to do this legislatively. You really think that what is going on right now with Black Lives Matter and the anarchy of Antifa and the like, and the far left that are taking over cities or trying to take over cities and dismantling of police departments? Chuck Schumer, do you think a Policing Act legislation is going to be enough? It'll never be enough. They'll just look for the next opportunity and the next thing that's going to come along to try to do something to say that it's never going to be enough. And who knows what that even looks like.
Number 4.
Heavy-handed use of force and law enforcement. Was that the right message for Americans to be receiving?
Well, the message is sometimes communicated by the media. I didn't see any video being played on the media of what was happening Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. All I heard was comments about how peaceful the protesters were. I didn't hear about the fact that there were 150 law enforcement officers injured and many taken to the hospital with concussions. So it wasn't a peaceful protest. We had to get control over Lafayette Park, and we had to do it as soon as we were able to do that.
But you understand how these events appear connected.
Well, it's the job of the media to tell the truth. They were not
Well, this
connected.
is what I'm asking you.
Oh, it's a job of you to tell the truth. Margaret Brennan, Face the Nation, Attorney General Barr. It's like, this Lafayette Park issue, do you see what you're doing? The misinformation you're putting, the lies that you're putting out there about what took place in Lafayette Park. Did you talk about the 150 officers that were injured Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, everything that led up to what was happening in Lafayette Park? Did you even decide to talk about that? No, because you have a narrative, you have your activists, and you know exactly what you're trying to do is to stoke fear and hatred across the country for this president.
Number 3.
This president is more pro-life than we've ever had, period. He's more pro-Israel. He has deregulated so much government so that the businesses of America can thrive, and they have until this COVID stuff happened. This is a president who has stood up to the globalist, stood up to the unfair trade practices, brought back American jobs, has done more for minorities than any president in my lifetime in actually helping people to have good, decent jobs and a future. This is a president who has reformed criminal justice. There's an incredibly long litany of things he's done. And some of them say, but I don't like his personality. Well, get over it.
Well, get over it. When asked, Mike Huckabee on Fox News, when asked about the Republicans, some Republicans, even Congressman Francis Rooney in there as well, saying that there's a possibility that we won't support the president, that they won't vote for the president and his reelection, saying, listen, if you have a problem with the way he talks, get over it. Do you not understand all the things that are going on and happened before the pandemic and everything that was happening in the country? What problem did you have with all of that, except for the president and the man himself? And not only that part of it, but the other part. Do you honestly think that voting for Joe Biden is going to bring you? What is it going to bring you? What is it going to bring the country? And how far are you willing to go? Are you that willing to give up on this president and to go to Joe Biden and the Democrats to lead this country? It's crazy.
Number 2.
But to be clear, you're not talking about reform. The word dismantle is intentionally different than reform. This is more than reform. This is dismantling. I mean, activists who support this are calling this a police-free future.
Yeah, and a lot of us were asked if we could imagine a future without police back in 2017 when we were running for office. And I answered yes to that question.
And she answered yes to that question. Lisa Bender, who is the Minnesota City Council president on this vote to dismantle the police department. Yes, you can imagine a police-free future. How old are you? And do you need to go back and play your video games? Like, what are you thinking?
Number 1. There are growing concerns this morning over who is turning out for demonstrations against public safety measures in the coronavirus crisis.
Not wearing masks, they are not staying 6 feet apart, and then they go back home into communities, and the risk of perpetuating the spread of COVID-19 is real.
They don't wear masks, and they scream with their unmasked faces into the faces of police officers who are also often not wearing masks, which seems risky. These angry, spittle-flecked, mostly men, mostly white, spewing respiratory droplets and indignation.
The president seems to be saying that it's safe to go to the parks and the beaches. Does that argument make any sense to you?
No, and I think in some ways it really betrays.
I think it's a sign of radicalization.
I just got to stop. All right, that was the media that was beside themselves during the protests in Michigan and other places when people were concerned about the taking away of their civil liberties and their rights, their liberty, and they were going and they were protesting, and of course the media was making it sound, the spittle and the spit against the police officers and how radical they are, radicalized, and how crazy and not respecting social distancing. But now, everybody, Corona's over. You can go about your life now.
Drew's 5 at 8:35.
Apparently it's over because nobody wants to talk about it now that you have protests in the street and it's a cause that they can get behind. So there are some that are even making the case that, listen, this is different. You can't speak of it the same way. It's completely different. You have, here you go, I'll give you an example. 1,200 health professionals sign a letter. What do you think that letter says? The letter from these health professionals was signed approving of the protests, but disapproving of the lockdown protests. How about that? Because it's vital to the national public health. It's vital to the national public health that people get out and protest. So it's okay even during this pandemic, but protesting lockdown orders are dangerous, and it's rooted in white nationalism. White supremacy is a lethal public health issue that predates and contributes to COVID-19. So there you go. So you've got 1,200 health professionals. I'd love to meet them and see who they are, saying white supremacy. Listen, we got to get rid of it. It's prevalent in every way, shape, and form. It's in your police department. It's in the federal government. It's every place. And really, white supremacy is all about violence against blacks. And so certainly that's something that we can all get together and go out and protest against, and maybe even do a few other things that we don't want to even talk about under the guise that, listen, this is a public health crisis and an issue, and we got to get rid of all of this white nationalism, white supremacy, and it's fine, but don't don't you go to church? No, no, no. No church. No. No. We're not going to do that. And everybody sees it. People see the hypocrisy. They see what's going on. The lockdowns are now intentionally cruel. David Marcus, who wrote this great piece in The Federalist, talked about it. And he talks about how he didn't get a chance to see his father, who died of cancer last fall. Sorry, he did get a chance to see his father die when he died of cancer last fall. And it occurred to him that if he held on a few months longer, that he would not have been able to visit him on his final days. People who didn't get a chance to see their loved ones as they were passing away in hospitals and in nursing homes could not go, but yet you have these protesters that are out on the street, and there are 1,200 physicians somewhere, health professionals that are saying, that's fine. But don't you go see your mom or your dad as they're dying of some horrific disease. You don't get to see them and say goodbye to them. You all know it. He also said something else interesting in this piece. According to Giambattista Vico, an 18th century polymath writer, the word human is rooted in the Latin humando, which means to bury. In an etymological sense, to be human is to bury our dead, not to simply move on as most animals do, but to linger, remember, celebrate the continuity of our species. To deny Americans their right to perform the acts of mourning that are their namesake while social distancing is mocked in protest is nothing short of cruel. Yeah, there is that part, isn't there? We don't get to talk about that. We don't get to talk about any of that. It's horrible. And who are these politicians that have decided that it's okay? Mitt Romney, who decides that he's going to march with Black Lives Matter, he's got no problem with this because it's that important. And listen, the idea that everybody is together and that they're marching and that there could be the spread of I don't know, what did she say? Spittle? Is that what you? I don't know. Doesn't matter. The idea that we could have this, that we're told that there could be this huge spike, and no, this is worth it. But you can't go see your loved one as they're getting ready to pass. These same politicians who tell you, according to Business Insider, that George Bush, George W., and Mitt Romney, they're not going to support the president's reelection. They might even vote for Joe Biden. We're told that Congressman Francis Rooney is in the same boat, that he's upset. That Rooney's considering supporting Biden, quote, in part because Trump is driving us all crazy and his handling of the virus led to a death toll that didn't have to happen. Now, this is the New York Times that wrote this. So either Francis Rooney, George W. Bush, Mitt Romney are all going to come out and say, it's the New York Times. They lie all the time. You know it and I know it. It's not what I said. I haven't heard one single person come back and say, no, that's not what I said. 89 former defense officials say they were alarmed at Trump's threat to use the military to end unrest. Senator Lisa Murkowski says she's struggling whether to vote for Trump. You're not, are you? Because they're banking on the fact that you're struggling. They're banking on the fact that you're worried about doing this. They're banking on the fact that you just all want it to go away. You don't want to talk about it anymore. That if we just don't vote for Donald Trump as president of the United States, all this is done. It'll all go away and everything will be fine. You believe that? How about the good that's out there? You know, the media focuses on all the negative, whether it's Trump or whether it's the negative of the police department. And you can go on and on of all the negative, the lies the New York Times and others tell. How about some of the positive stories? Do we get any of those stories? Do they talk about the goodness of the American people who, when they found out that there was a Detroit father who lost a home in a fire, he puts up a GoFundMe page and got almost $500,000 as of right now? Somebody who was working hard to build a better place for his family and in a community that he can try to be a part of bringing back there in Detroit. The dog was lost in the fire. He purchased a home from a land bank for his family, working day and night on the house, a few weeks away from being ready to move in so that he could obtain home insurance, and it burns to the ground. And the American people come through in $500,000 now through a GoFundMe page. There is good out there, everybody. There is good. And who was it? It was Fred Rogers before he passed. He did an interview and he said something that that my wife picked up on that I think is so important that you cannot forget. This is Fred Rogers, Mr. Rogers. Before he passed, he was talking about the world and calamity and the things that are happening, and he said this.
You know, my mother used to say a long time ago, whenever there would be any really catastrophe that was in the movies or on the air, she would say, always look for the helpers. There will always be helpers, you know, even just on the sidelines. That's why I think that if news programs could make a conscious effort of showing rescue teams, of showing who medical people, anybody who is coming into a place where there's a tragedy, to be sure that they include that. Because if you look for the helpers, you'll know that there's hope.
Amen to that. Because it exists. All right, let's find out what's happening with the remainder of the forecast with Wink News meteorologist Matt Devitt.
91 degrees for today with a mixture